Welcome to the KrisCross Corner podcast.
What up, everybody? Welcome back to the KrisCross Corner podcast. I'm your host, Chris Canty. Today, we're going to be doing a tier list. And as you can see, we have the Black sitcoms up here right now. We're going to be doing the original tier list setup. We have God tier, top tier, mid tier, low tier, and I like that bottom one. I think I'm going to change that to I'm going to change it to trash. The trash tier. So first we have God tier, then we have top tier, mid tier, low tier, and trash. So we have, I think this looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 by 4. So that's 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37. 37 shows that I'm going to rank for you guys today on the show. And before we do that, shout out to all the people in the KrisCross Corner podcast Facebook group. Almost 700 of y'all right now. So please share and subscribe to the show on YouTube, Anchor, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever you listen to your podcasts. Listen to the podcast everywhere. Support the podcast with a monthly subscription on Anchor, $4.99 a month at anchor.fm/KrisCrossCorner/support. Your support is greatly appreciated. It gives you the power to suggest topics for the podcast, including the top 10 lists of the week. Thank you for your support. All right, let's get to this tier list. We have the God tier, like I said, God tier, top tier, mid tier, low tier, and trash, if you're following along. First show is 227. Never seen it. People don't really talk about it that much, so I'm going to put it in trash. Trash, Maggie. All right. A Different World. Now, A Different World, when I was a kid, I used to like turn off the TV when I saw it come on the TV. But as I got older, like high school and college, I actually appreciated it. Because A Different World, set at Hillman College. It was Denise Huxtable's spinoff from The Cosby Show, if you guys don't know. A Different World really changed my perspective of college as I was going through college. It was the perspective of the HBCU, which I did not go to. I went to a PWI, which is a predominantly white institution. But it was a very funny show. Season 1, we don't talk about because it was season 1. And it was trash. But season 2 through 6, I recommend it. I put this in top tier. I want to put it in God tier. It's not one of the shows we like readily go to when we talk about Black sitcoms. So I put it in top tier for right now. All of Us. All I remember from the show is that Annoying Kid and Lisa Ray. That's all I remember. So I'm going to put this in low tier. All of Us. Amen, never seen it, or at least I've seen it on like the theme song, and then I just kind of like turned off the TV. So I put that in trash. Bernie Mac Show. When I tell you I'm just gonna put this in God tier for right now. Rest in peace, Bernie Mac, one of the greatest comedians of all time. Very funny show. I could watch this show all over again. It's on Peacock, Netflix, anywhere you can stream. And it should be, because he should be remembered. And this was his best show. Jordan, Brianna, Vanessa, Wanda. Great show. All right, Blackish. Blackish is a top tier show. I don't care what y'all say. It is the 2010s version of like the Cosby Show, basically. Cosby Show with a hint of Everybody Hates Chris, which we will get to later in the show. So Blackish, Anthony Anderson, what's her name? Tracy Ellis Ross, Lawrence Fishburne, Jennifer Lawrence, All in the video. Jennifer Lewis, not Jennifer Lawrence, Jennifer Lewis. My bad, y'all. The mother of Black Hollywood. All right, Corey in the house, trash. All right, next. Cosby Show. Cosby Show is going in God tier, obviously. You know, we have Dr. Huxtable, Mrs. Huxtable, aka Claire Huxtable, Theo, Vanessa, Denise, Sandra, Rudy, right? Vanessa, Alvin, Bud, all on the show. Great show. My favorite Cosby, my top 5 Cosby episodes are the Thanksgiving episode when he has to go back and forth to the store. The episode where the second episode is when Elvin comes over for the first time and meets Claire Huxtable, and he asks why she has to get him coffee, and then she rips into him. It's hilarious. Number 3, I would have to say, would be the one when Vanessa goes see the Ratchet for big fun. Number 4 is the barbecue episode where Theo gets what's his name? Denise's husband, a stripper for the bachelor party, and they all have this huge conversation about it. And that takes up the whole show. Number 5 would be have to be the episode where Cliff Huxtable goes back to his like university days and he has to do that like track meet, the relay, and the woman beats him. He's like, oh snap, she's about to beat me. That's a hilarious episode. All right. Everybody hates Chris. Everybody hates Chris. They love Chris. They love the KrisCross Corner. Shout out to all the people who are listening to the podcast right now. Go to anchor.fm/KrisCross Corner/support and choose your tier. You can choose 99 cents, $4.99, or $9.99 a month. We're looking for 50 more subscribers by the end of the show. Subscribe on Anchor. All right. Anchor.fm/KrisCross Corner/support. Your suggestion donation gives you power to suggest topics for the show, including the top 10 list of the week. So please subscribe to the show on Anchor. Got to pay these bills, the Zoom bill and the tier list bill, which I have to pay again next month. So please send us money so we can get this stuff on the roll. Now let's do Everybody Hates Chris. Everybody Hates Chris going in. I put it in top tier. I put it in mid tier. It's a mid tier show. Julius, Rochelle, Chris, Drew, and Tanya. Eve, never seen it. Trash. Family Matters is going in top tier. You got Urkel, Laura, Carl Winslow, Eddie, Harriet, the one girl that went up the stairs and never came back down. Richie, I forgot the aunt's name. Thelma Hopkins. That's the actress playing the aunt in the show. Shout out to Family Matters on ABC, but it's going in top tier this week. Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Let's just put that in God tier automatically. Got Will Carlton, Ashley, Hillary, Nikki, Phil, Vivian. You got Jeffrey. You got Jazz. Everybody. That whole show is just hilarious. Any episode you can just pull on and be like, this is gosh darn funny. God dang. Girlfriends. My girlfriends. My girlfriends. All right, it's going to be, let's put Girlfriends. That's a mid-tier show. I want to put it in top tier. It was a mid-tier show at best. Good Times, top tier. Good Times. Good Times. Half and Half, low tier. Hang with Mr. Cooper. I put it in mid-tier. Cooper. House of Pain. House of Pain. That was the one with the Pain residents. So House of Pain is going in top tier. The Jamie Foxx show is top tier. You got Jamie Foxx, Fancy, Braxton. Hilarious show. The Jeffersons. Jefferson's going top tier as well. I'll put him in there. Kenan and Kel, I'm gonna put in mid tier just because never really saw it that much, but when I did see it, I laughed. So I guess I'll put it in mid tier. Living Single. I just watched 3 episodes this morning. That's going in God tier. I would definitely put Living Single above Fresh Prince because it's highly hilarious. It's more relatable to people out of college, right? Like 21 and up, not like the Fresh Prince, who was like relatable to like kids and teenagers and young adults. But Living Single is basically Living Single was Friends before Friends was Friends, if y'all didn't know. So Friends, the creator of Friends was like, we should have a white version of Six Friends in New York City. And then of course they were backed by NBC, so they were going to get rich anyway. So that's the story of Friends. That's how Friends came along. So Friends kind of copied off Living Single, and Living Single kind of died off in 1997. And Friends lasted until 2004, and they're still getting royalties to this day. Anyway, Martin's going in God tier. I don't care what y'all say. Martin is the best Black sitcom of all time. I'm putting that out there right now. Martin Payne, Gina, Tommy, Pam, Cole, Hustle Man, Bruh Man. Everybody on that show is hilarious. Favorite episodes from there would be No Justice, No Peace, when he had to pay the parking ticket and did a whole scene in front of the court. That was hilarious. What else? The episode where the baby had to come and the baby came out the woman's body like a football. The episode where someone stole his CD player and he had everybody sitting around the table like a New Jack City. He said, sit your $5 ass down before I make change. That was funny. Moesha, low tier. All right, My Wife and Kids. Skip Moesha. Skip Sister too. Trash. Let's get the trash ones out the way. Parenthood, trash. The Game, that's mid tier. I put The Game in mid tier. Steve Harvey Show was mid tier as well. The Boondocks really wasn't a sitcom, but I put it in mid tier as well. I put it in top tier. All right, Smart Guy, low tier. And The Proud Family, I gotta do it. I can't put it in mid tier because it's a low tier show. I'm sorry, Proud Family. All right, My Wife and Kids is going in. This could be argued for God tier or top tier because it's a very good show. Michael Kyle with Jay, you got Junior, you got Claire, you got Katie, Franklin. It's a very good show. For the sake of watchability, I'm going to put this in God tier. One-on-one. Kyla Pratt, Flex Alexander, all in the show. I'm putting it in mid tier. It's a mid tier. It's a UPN show. So I gotta put it in mid tier. Sorry, UPN. All right, That's So Raven. You can gaze into the future. You think life will be a breeze. All right, I'm putting That's So Raven in. It's a top tier show. It's not God tier, but it's top tier at best. It's the future I can see. It's the experience to me. It's the future I can see. Experience to me. Yeah, that's me. All right, what's happening? What's happening? Mid tier. I put it in mid tier. Hilarious show. You got Rerun, Raj, Dwayne. You got D. Always getting Raj in trouble. Very funny. The Doobie Brothers episode is still my top episode of all time for What's Happening. If you don't know, go to YouTube, look up What's Happening, Doobie Brothers episode. You'll love it. All right. It actually has the Doobie Brothers in it. So, it's a cameo. All right. Sanford and Son. People love this show. I don't know why. I hate this show. I'm putting it in top tier just because I'm trying to not get beat up. I'm not trying to get canceled. Wayans Brothers. Top tier show. I don't care what y'all say. We're brothers. We're happy and we're singing and we're colored. Give me a high five. All right. The Parkers. Parkers was definitely mid-tier. I'm sorry. It's a mid-tier show. I gotta put it in there like that. And those are my lists for the tier list. We have God tier. Let's start with trash. My trash Black sitcoms are 227, Amen, Corey in the House, Eve, The Parenthood, and Sister Sister. The low tier episodes are All of Us, Half and Half, Moesha, Smart Guy, and The Proud Family. My mid-tier Black sitcoms are Everybody Hates Chris, Girlfriends, The Steve Harvey Show, What's Happening, The Game, Hanging with Mr. Cooper, Keenan and Kel, One-on-One, and The Parkers. My top tier Black sitcoms are The Jamie Foxx Show, That's So Raven, A Different World, Blackish, Tyler Perry's House of Pain, The Wayans Brothers, Family Matters, The Jeffersons, Boondocks, Good Times, and Sanford and Son. Now, my God tier, these are my God tier Black sitcoms of all time that I will watch any day out of the week, any month, any holiday, in the car, in bed, on the toilet, on the couch, in the dining room, in the kitchen, in the hallway, at the soccer field, at the football field, at the hockey rink, at the basketball court. These are my top tier, my God tier Black sitcom shows. We have The Cosby Show. We have Living Single. We have Martin. We have The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, The Bernie Mac Show, and My Wife and Kids. And that has been another episode of the KrisCross Corner. Please subscribe on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, and wherever you get your podcasts, especially Anchor. Go to anchor.fm/KrisCrossCorner/support. You know what? We should do another tier list another time. But until then, stay safe, social distance, and be nice to each other.